Hi guys, it's Michaela, and today I'm going to be doing testing out Ulta brand makeup. I've done Ulta brand makeup videos before, but I got another one of their free gifts. Yes, I know. But yeah, so I got a lot of new Ulta makeup today to test out. Brushes, powders, products that I haven't tried before. So yeah, I'm excited. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. So yeah, let's get into it. My hair is pretty messy, but you know it always is. So this is the bag I got. It was the Sparkle and Shine bag. So you can get the sparkle one or the shine one, which is like a metallic-y rose color. But this one is super gorgeous, and I'm really excited to use this. So now these bags work that if you spend $19.50 worth of Ulta brand products, you can get this free bag, which is retailed at like $88. So it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, we're gonna test out how good the products are. The first thing you get in here, I'm not going to be testing out, is the on-the-go makeup remover, and there's 5 wipes in here, so I'm not going to use it because I'm going to save these for if I need them, like on vacation. Now it is pretty thick for only 5 wipes, you know, and they do smell really good. I did smell them, and it's great for sensitive skin. Like, they smell really good. Okay, so we're just gonna get started. So the first thing I have is from Ulta brand, but it's not from the free gift. This is what I spent to get the free gift, and it's their concealer. So now, usually, I don't know if you guys probably know, I use the pink concealer sometimes, but today I'm like, you know what, I want to get a new one, the regular concealer. So we got the full coverage liquid concealer in light cool, and it's the same packaging. It's just supposed to be like full coverage. So it's pretty similar in consistency. Yeah. To the other one, so I got that. So this is, so I'm using the Sephora Cake and Bake Sponge. I got this like 2 years ago, and I've only used it twice because I didn't like it. But we're gonna use it again today to test it out because I know more about beauty sponges now. And so we're gonna hope that this works well, and I hope that this concealer is good. So I did also get the Makeup Revolution concealer. I got it in C2, and then I just compared it, and this one's just a little bit more pinky toned and like orangey toned than that one, but it's basically, that's okay though because it's going to be brightening because of pink. Okay, I like it. It's a good concealer. The sponge is okay. It's not my favorite. But I mean, it's a good concealer. It's covered my under eyes okay. Like, this is how basically the other one worked too. It's definitely a little bit bright for my skin tone. I was gonna get medium neutral, but that was a little darker, so you know, we'll hope it's good. And to brighten up our life even more, we're going to take the NYX color correcting powder, and this is in banana, and I got this for like a few dollars at Ulta. It was on sale, and I've only used this like once. So this was right after I tried the Paris Hilton banana powder. I'm like, I need more banana powders in my life. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm not really baking with it. I'm just kind of using the sponge to set it. But I mean, you can bake. Like, look, that's kind of baking right there. I also use it to set my nose, even though there is no product on my nose. And my forehead, just because that gets pretty oily. Okay, so this one's kind of baking right there. I'm going to take this Ulta blush brush that came in the bag and use this to wipe away. I'm going to be using this for blush, don't worry, but like, this is the only brush I have that's like clean. Yeah, yeah, I think it did a good job of setting. My under eyes look really bright and like happy. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. So yeah, I like the concealer. So let's get into products from the actual bag now. Who's excited? So first thing we have is this bronzer highlighter duo. It looks like this, the packaging, it basically looks like the other one I have, except it has this like rose gold half. So this is what it looks like. There's a bronzer and an illuminator in here. I'm going to go in with my Paris Hilton contour brush and go into the bronzer, which looks like a kind of light warm. I don't think anything's showing up. Like it's on the brush. Okay, I kind of see it now. It's very, very light. It's kind of similar to my skin tone. I don't think you can really tell. I don't think this is probably the best for contouring. Like, how you can kind of see it right there. So yeah, not really. My favorite for contouring. I'll bring it up a little. You know, just so they're both even. But now we're going to do its main purpose, which is bronzing. I'm going to go with my Crown contour brush, but I'm going to use it to bronze up the skin today. So, I'm very pale, but I don't really like bronzer that much. Just because, like, it doesn't really look that good when I apply it. But I think this one's very, very natural. It's basically just very warm toned powder. So I think that it looks okay on my skin. Like, I think you have to be very pale to use this because it's very pale as well. So I'm gonna have, because I don't know how well I can see it there. It's very light. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, the bronze, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. Before we go into the illuminizer, I'm going to take the e.l.f. Twinkle Pink blush, and I'm going to go in with the blush brush that we used earlier. That is from this kit, but I don't really think this is like what I would use as a blush brush. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's just like a little too, I guess, thin to be a blush brush. Like I grabbed one on accident. Like, look at that. Like, I think I would use this brush to dust off powders from under my eye. Like, that's what I saw when I saw it. Like, I was like, oh, this would be perfect for that. It's just like very flimsy too. And this blush is pretty pigmented. So look at that. I mean, it's not horrible, but I just probably prefer a different blush brush. I'm gonna actually blend it out using my Luxie one just because I want it to not be so bright. So I'm going to go in with the illuminator from this palette and my Crown highlighting brush. I was going to use a mirror in here, but there's none. So, you know, I'm going to turn to the side just so I get the best. Okay, there's definitely something there. I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's not that blinding, but there's still product there, like here. Okay, there, it's building up. Can you see it? You see it? I don't know how well you can see it. But it's building up to be very pretty. Let me try this side. Yeah, there you go. See, like, it's very pretty. Person, I feel like it doesn't look, oh wait, no, I guess it does look that blinding up close. So this highlighter's not bad. So I'm just going to highlight that. I'm gonna highlight a little bit in like where the arch of my brow is. I like highlighting up there, and then also on the tip of my nose. I love highlighting the tip of my nose. And my Cupid's bow just for this thing. So, I mean, okay. I look really stupid with that one sec. And let me, usually if I highlight my brow bone, I like to, like this, I like to use a color that's like closer to my skin tone. But you know, it's fine. So okay, so highlighter in here is pretty good. The bronzer in here I thought was very, very light and did just like a very slight bronzing to my skin, which I guess is okay because I really don't like a lot of bronzer. It didn't do well at contouring, but I mean, so it's okay. So next we're gonna do eyebrows. I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil in the shade Natural Brown, and I'm going to show you what I do every day. I use Precisely my brow, but I want to use this. So first I'm just going to start by lightly just like doing small strokes just to like shade the bottom of it so everything kind of looks one color. That's what I do for mainly the whole brow. And then I like to go in with like a tip. So I use the Precisely my brow because it has a very thin tip. So I can just kind of draw a tail on because my brows don't really have ends. And then I like to go in with my spoolie to kind of brush it all together and then find any sparse areas that need to be filled in. I'm probably going to do like a school morning routine soon. Yeah, I want to see how well I could do that with like my e.l.f. eyebrow. I mean, it looks pretty good. And if my skin looks a little red up here, it's because I tweezed my eyebrows. So again, lightly to shade in the brow. And the reason I'm just going, you want to go ever so lightly is just because you don't want it to look too drawn on. Shading, and then drawing on the tip. This one's a little off. Okay, it's better. Usually I like to go a little bit more up with my brow, like the arch going up, but this one is just because it's so thick, I can't really do that good of a arch, but it's a really nice brow pencil. I'm going to clean off my brows off camera. I'll be right back. So here's how my brows look. I think they turned out pretty good, and I think this is a closer color match to my brows than the the Benefit Precisely My Brow is. But to clean up, I just used the Ulta concealer, and then I used a little sponge tip. And now I'm going to take the Ulta Brow Tint in medium. Now I actually have this, but I have it when it's had a much bigger brush to it, so I don't use it. But yeah, it's good. It just coated my brow hairs really nicely. I mean, I wish the brush was a little smaller, but from what it was before, it's definitely better. And yeah, I think it just looks nice and natural there. Okay, I like how my brows turned out today. This brow is like the good brow, and this one's the bad brow, like because it has like a weird bottom part here. But you know, okay, so we're gonna so we move on to eyeshadow. We're going to use the Ulta Tinted Eye Primer in Satin Blush. Now I have a sample of this already, and as you can tell, it's so thick. It's not going back down. So, and I'm not the biggest fan of it just because of its thickness. The color I think is okay, but I'm just gonna take a brush, and my brush is a little pink already, and I'm just going to apply this to my lids because I don't think applying it to the whole lid or the whole eye would look that good. It's definitely pretty. I think it would be really pretty if you took like just like a nice kind of color over it, but it's very, very light. So I feel like if you're, I just didn't put a little bit though. If your like main purpose of using this was for color, then I would get a different one, but like if you just want like a nice wash, it's pretty. And it definitely has some glitter on it from the brush because the brush is already glittery. I'm going to go in with the Ulta eyeshadow brush and the palette, which looks like this. And I'm going to dip into the first shade, which is called Petite. I've never been that much of a big fan of their mattes. I feel like they're just not that good. But yeah, so I'm going to use this to set my whole eyelid. So I do have that concealer from cleaning out my brow. That will work. But I mean, this one's just like a setter. So I mean, it's fine. It just like looks like it's going to be like a chalky shade. But I think it's working okay. I keep forgetting I have highlighter on. It's just so pigmented. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with a crease brush and go into Plum Girl, which is the only other matte, Plum Pop, which is the only other matte shade in this palette. I don't think it's going to be that pigmented. Yeah, it's not that pigmented. And yeah, I just haven't been a big fan of Ulta's matte shades. They definitely improved with their shimmer formulas because I had like something from like forever ago from them and I like weren't that good. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's definitely not the best. And I wish these palettes had mirrors in them because to look in this mirror down here. Sorry, it's quiet. I was just thinking of something. So I mean, it's not the worst, but it's just not the best either. You know. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Nutmeg. I don't know. I'm just going to use a brush, and I'm going to apply this into like the outer half of the lid, I guess. I don't know, guys. It's a shimmery brown. How do we feel? I mean, it's definitely not horrible. It's actually kind of pretty. And then again, with any shimmery shade, you can go in with a setting spray to ensure, what am I saying? Any like setting spray to make it even more pigmented. But yeah, it's gonna look up. I mean, it's definitely not horrible. It's a little bit patchy. I don't know if it's from the primer or not, but also kind of my lids are kind of creasing. I think it's a pretty combo with the purple. So now we're gonna go in with our main girl, Autumn Spice, in the bottom row on my finger. Wow, Autumn Spice is really, really pretty. I'll show you guys after I zoom in. Like, that's a really pretty color, and I've like never really seen it before. Like, it's like kind of like a pinky red orange. It's like a red. It's just really pretty. So this is how it looks. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go in with, where's the brush? This Eco Tools brush, and go in with Plum Pop, just so I can kind of fix it up a little bit. Because this is a much fluffier brush. And then we're going to take this shade called Pinup Girl, which is like this kind of silvery shade that doesn't really, it did not really swatch well at all. I'm going to apply this to my brow bone. Okay, yeah, that shade doesn't really do anything. Kind of enhances my eyebrow hairs that need to be shaved. Love that. Yeah, that shade doesn't really do anything. Going to go in with the shade Whatevs, which looked so pretty. Oh, that is really pretty. So yeah, Ulta shimmers are really, really pretty. Just their mattes aren't my favorite. So, I mean, the bottom row in here is pretty good. Top row, meh. Okay. I'm going to take the Ulta Beauty Gel Eyeliner in Blackout, which is so creamy. I'm going to use it to line my tight line. Okay, so I also applied the Limitless Lashes Mascara. And, okay, so this is what it looks like. I mean, the mascara is a very wet formula. It was pretty lengthening, but not really volumizing. The eyeliner was really good. Now the tip's kind of dull though, so I don't know. It's very, very creamy and black and pigmented, but yeah. But the mascara I found really interesting because it's very wet, first of all, as you can tell, and it's like flat, so it's like a triangle. So it's like right here is flat, and then right there, in between those two, and in between. Yeah, so I found that very interesting. So it's not my favorite mascara. But lastly, we're just going to move on to lips. We're going to take the lipstick in the shade Stay Fierce, which looks so pretty. I love this lipstick. Oh my god, it's such a pretty shade. I love it. I feel like it kind of matches the look too. Going with the matte metallic liquid lipstick, and this doesn't have a shade on it, but this reminds me of the Paris Hilton kind of things that we saw. And I'm going to kind of just apply it on top of the lipstick. Because it's like a liquid lipstick, not like a lip gloss. And that's definitely pretty. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world. It's like kind of streaky, but it's pretty. It's like just like shimmery, not really like metallic. And lastly, we're going to spray it with their matte setting spray. Usually I don't do mascara before I set my face, but we're going to do it for this video. It smells like something. Do I know what? No. Okay, so this is the finished look. It's not horrible. I had some hits and some misses, and my hair is really crazy. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe. See y'all next week. Bye.